What's going on, everyone? Today I want to try Megan in different content. She is now exclusive 3 and so she's gonna start dealing crazy damage on the ultimate. Megan is a pretty cool unit because she is one of the only that can give a good crit rate increase on your heroes, and that's a passive 12% crit rate increase to all your heroes passively, and she is gonna have also more crit damage over time. But if you want that to work on a boss, you need to have the exclusive 2, otherwise she will never get crit damage increase because you need to kill enemies to have more crit damage on her without the exclusive 2. Otherwise, after one of her turns, she's gonna get 1 layer of low up to 5 layers, so 50% crit damage increase during the run. On the ultimate, she's gonna grant to herself 50% crit rate for 2 turns. So in fact, if you accumulate the 50% on the ultimate and the 12% here, she's giving to herself 62% crit rate. So in fact, you need only 38% crit rate on her and she is always gonna have the 100%. So then you just have to focus on the attack and the crit damage and she's gonna start dealing high damage. Still on the ultimate, she's gonna have great damage. Look at that, 840% attack damage to a single enemy with an additional 30% piercing rate. So normally she is gonna deal crazy damage with that on the targets, right? And she ignores immortal and damage immunity, so maybe in PvP she can be good. And there is something more to have in mind about the ultimate. 4 turns of cooldown, but every time you are gonna crit with the basic attack, you are gonna reduce the cooldown of the ultimate by 1 turn. And if you have the exclusive 3, you are gonna deal between 70 to 120% extra crit damage on the ultimate. The lower the target's HP, the higher the crit damage bonus. On the first active skill, she is gonna grant a steal to herself, attack all enemies at 3 stages of 100% attack damage to everyone, with 80% chance to lower the defense and the tenacity by 30% for 2 turns. And on the basic attack, she has a save 1 on a single target, 80% chance. And if you crit, you have 7-1-2 instead of 7-1-1. And pretty nice damage for a basic attack. You want to build her with as much attack as you can and crit damage, and 38% crit rate. I have more because I have big stats on my sanctuary, so I have that super easy on my account. Then you can add some extra speed if you want and some effect hit to proc the defense down and the tenacity down. I'm using 2 devouring sets on her to make my video test, so she's gonna have more skill damage but she has less crit damage as I could have using other sets. These are the emblems I'm currently using on her. The goal is to have more direct damage on the left, more effect hit on the right, cooldown reductions, and less damage when she has a shield. I'm using these blessings rank B elite to have a bit more crit damage, and that B epic to have a bit more crit damage as well. For the aura, I'm gonna use that one. She's gonna have some extra piercing rate and more attack when she has a shield. If you can't afford that one, you can use that one to have a bit more crit damage, or that one to have a bit more direct damage. For the blue ones, you can use that one if you want. For the Echo, I'm gonna use that one. She can stealth herself, so she's gonna have more direct damage during the run. And she's gonna have more attack as well. And more damage on the countered mark. First test I'm gonna do is in the Wuthering Coast, in that team. I'm gonna replace Jingle Bell by Megan and see how much damage can I have with that. But first of all, let's try the team with Jingle Bell inside. 4,300,000,000. What if I use Megan now? With Beatrix, I'm opening with the first active skill, so I'm gonna have more damage on her. I'm gonna target my Megan, of course, she's gonna have more piercing rate. I'm gonna increase her turn meta and attack. Make a pursuit, pretty nice damage for a first basic attack, right? Now I'm gonna use the ultimate. So there we go. Did you see that? Pretty high score, right? Another pursuit, and she can already reuse the ultimate. So there we go, 148 million, 214. So it goes really fast. Yeah, look at that, 77 million damage in one attack on the ultimate. That's really, really high, right? Already 1,300,000,000 in 10 turns. And there we go, the final result, 2,600,000,000. So that's still less than with Jingle Bell, but she is not a limited hero, right? So that's a pretty high score, and she has an aura only 0 stars. My Jingle Bell in comparison has an aura 5 stars and level 30, but the aura on her is level 0, so she can still have a great increase. What about the other contents now? Let's have a look in the Foresters. Stage 30, and I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use the shield on my heroes. Basic attack here on Rumble. I'm gonna use the ultimate to have the crit rate buff on my guys. One shot Rumble. Pretty nice, right? Okay, now let's use the basic attack of Jingle Bell over there. She's gonna awake everyone when they are gonna take their turn because they are taking an attack. Only 2 remaining. They are gonna die because of the passive of Jingle Bell. Second wave. Let's increase the turn meta of my heroes. Use the ultimate of that guy, Teru. I'm gonna save my skills with Luna. I'm gonna use that skill to deal some AoE damage. Not great damage though, I can't crit everywhere because she doesn't have the buff of the ultimate, giving her 50% more crit rate. Time to use the ultimate and check the damage. Okay, that wasn't that high. I was expecting a bit better from her. Okay, first active skill. Tenacity down 30% on the boss. He's gonna start taking more crit damage. Basic attack. Yeah, that wasn't a crit. First active skill of Jingle Bell. Of course, that's way better. Ultimate. Yeah, that was pretty nice. 17% HP in one attack. Final score. 30 million with Megan, which is pretty nice considering the fact that she's not a limited hero. And my Jingle Bell has crazy gear, crazy aura. She is insane in comparison, so the damage on my Megan are pretty nice. What about the dungeons? Gwyneth, stage 30. That's the team I'm gonna try. Now the goal is to kill and control the 2 ads to avoid them buffing the boss. Otherwise, I'm gonna start taking too much damage. My Megan is here to apply the Seva Wand on the boss, but I need to use the basic attack for that. Okay, Seva Wand on the boss. And now it's time to deal damage. She is great in that team because I don't have a lot of crit rate on my other heroes, and so they are getting 12% more crit rate, so they are also gonna deal a bit of extra damage. Even with the Seva Wand too, the boss is healing a lot. Yeah, and just in case in the future maybe I have to avoid using that skill, otherwise she is gonna miss a Seva Wand. And if it happens, I'm fucked up. The boss is gonna heal too much. So for that run, I'm gonna go in manual. One more time. Basic attack instead of the ultimate. Basic attack, Seva Wand again. Okay, the boss is almost dead. 30% health remaining only. And I still have my Megan alive. 5% remaining. And there we go, it's done. Over. 197 turns. So Megan is pretty cool for that content, but don't expect her to deal the same amount of damage as Jingle Bell or a Little Jack. But she is a pretty good hero to apply the Seva Wand. So you are gonna deal a bit more damage with your other heroes, and she can still do pretty nice damage. She can help as well in the Purgatory of 7 Sins versus Wrath. You are gonna apply the Seva Wand and deal more damage on the boss, so she is a good hero for that content too. But be careful, because if she has more attack than your Jingle Bell, she is gonna have the focus of your Esther, and you might lose. Yeah, that's the stage 29, so yes, it's really hard. I'm not able to beat that today, even with that team. And she's not the best hero to apply the 7-1 in that content. In fact, if you have her, Jenny, the recent hero from the Wizard's Eye, she is gonna be better. But what about PvP now? I'm gonna try that team. I'm not sure if it's gonna work because she probably is gonna take the focus of Atkins in front, and so probably Atkins is gonna destroy me, but let's see what happens. Okay, first turn. Hope I can stun them. And no, she is not stunned. Imprisoned? No, she's not imprisoned. So I can use the ultimate. I'm gonna lower the speed, and we are gonna see how much damage am I gonna release on Sun Wukong. This is a huge defense team in front. They have a ton of tenacity, and they have the permanent consolidation from Lydia, so maybe I'm not gonna do high damage at all. Let's find out. One shot! One shot! I was able to one-shot Sun Wukong. And look at the stats he had. 1,200,000 HP, 42k defense, but he had a really low tenacity. If you check mine, 335%. It's maybe because I killed him in fact, and so now he has no buff anymore. Because if you have a look at Nordak, he has 123%. Okay, and now I just can continue like this and kill the others. Yeah, Sun Wukong had 263% tenacity when I killed him. And she just completely destroyed him. And imagine, even if there is a Nordak in front, if he procs the damage immunity, she is still gonna one-shot the target. So guys, that was all for the video. Let me know what you think about that hero now after watching that video. I'm pretty happy about her. In fact, for a non-limited hero, she works pretty well in different content. She has pretty nice single target damage. She is pretty good for PvP to one-shot one key unit in front. So I like her so far. Let me know what you think about that in the comment below. Have a nice day guys, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.